Alef Aeronautics is developing the world's first flying car. Yes, seriously. What's maybe even more exciting? The US Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, approved Alef's Model A for test flights. The company now has legal clearance to fly. Alef is a California-based company founded in 2015 and expects the $300,000 car to start being delivered to customers before the end of 2025. While no IPO date has officially been set, I would expect the company will turn to the public market for funding in the near future. Development and production will not be cheap. Still, as private equity investors know, the real money is made before a company's IPO, not after. Fortunately, there's a way to invest in private companies before they become public. I'll cover exactly how. Unfortunately, Alef is not yet publicly traded. There is no Alef Aeronautics stock symbol, and there's no way to buy it in your regular brokerage account. The company won't become public until the Alef Aeronautics IPO, which has yet to be scheduled. Until then, there's no way for retail investors to buy its stock. As mentioned above, I fully expect Alef to IPO in the near future, given its aggressive timeline for deliveries, which management anticipates will be by the end of 2025. The company will need to spend a lot of money on research, development, and production before that date, and the public market seems like the best place to get that funding. It's impossible for retail investors to buy Alef Aeronautics stock before its IPO, but there may be a way for accredited investors to invest alongside the private equity firms getting in before everyone else. If you're an accredited investor, you can sign up to Equity B and get notified if Alef stock becomes available. Accredited investors are those with an annual income of more than $200,000 or a net worth exceeding $1 million, excluding their primary residence. Equity B is an investment platform that gives accredited investors access to high-growth, VC-backed startups and private companies like Reddit, Instacart, and Stripe. By funding employee stock options, accredited investors can gain investment exposure to private companies at past valuations, meaning you can buy in at the same valuation as private equity firms paid at the last funding round. In exchange for funding the options, you will receive a percentage of future proceeds from any successful liquidity events. If you're not an accredited investor, there may still be a way to get exposure to Alef before its IPO. According to Crunchbase, Alef Aeronautics has raised money in 7 different rounds. It has received about $44.5 million, not a huge sum given it was founded back in 2015. Its investors include Draper Associates Fund 5. Tim Draper was an early investor in Tesla, Tata Capital, Redwood Venture Partners, Redwood Technology Ventures, and Select Venture Partners. Designed to drive on the street, take off vertically when needed, and fly overhead above traffic, Alef is building the solution to the issues of modern congestion.